Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're doing something from Starr Brewery, established in 1999. They say they're the second oldest craft brewery in Virginia.
Oh.
I bought this at
Who's the first oldest?
I think Devil's Backbone, maybe?
That's such a weird name.
It's
Devil's Backbone.
Yeah, it's some kind of like mountain structure. It's in the Appalachian Mountains. But this is Starr Hill Northern Lights IPA, and I bought this at a roadside gas station convenience store and when I was driving through Virginia.
Is there a date on it?
Packaged on May 10th, 2021, guys.
Alright.
So
That means it's in date.
it's indeed.
Guys.
It's full too. And it wasn't too expensive.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Alright.
And
You know, the good thing about these glasses, you can always kind of figure out where it's like half full. Meaning, which about 8 ounces. About.
yeah, I think this is a 16-ounce glass.
All I know is we got the deal of the century on these.
Yeah, the salvage store. All right.
These beautiful, thick, what style glass would you call this? Like a porter glass?
Snifters
Snifters, or $1.99.
for drinking brandy.
Yeah, or you can get them at any craft brew place with their logos on them. I'm pretty sure for about $10 plus.
But I don't think you'd want to put this much
Wild
brandy.
enjoy that.
How much?
Oh, $10 plus.
I don't think
because it's got their logos on them.
Oh, yeah. This is 6.2 and 55 IBUs, all right? 6.2 and 55.
Oh. So it's just like a quintessential, but the same as like Torpedo IPA.
That's like 7.5.
Who's 6.5? You said it's a 6.2.
It's like Stone IPA, similar.
Yeah, good old Stone.
It's just an old 90s IPA style, you know. It's not cloudy, it's gold.
What's wrong with that?
It's the East Coast.
You say it like there's a problem with it in a clear IPA.
No, I'm saying this is the style, the old clear golden orange.
Well, I love retro, so. Oh yeah, it smells like a quintessential IPA from the 90s.
White bread crust and some fruit, which is obviously coming from the hop resins. The
And
fruit.
dank. I smell the dankness.
Maybe. All right, so
Pineapple.
cheers.
Jaws.
Pineapple, that was what I was saying this morning, tropical fruit, because I had bought 2 cans, one for a solo, one for duo. Yup.
It's rich, it's kind of sticky when it goes down. It's sweet.
Kind of reminds me of the old Giacomo.
The-
That was about 6.
Yeah, the IBUs come across being a little low-ish. Not really low, but low-ish.
Yeah.
I gotta let this settle a little bit because it's so thick going down. This is a heavy-bodied one. So the more it kind of breaks down on the palate.
A lot more body than the lager we just drank, the Polish lager.
Yeah, but the more this settles down on the taste buds, the bitter it gets. So I'm gonna have to change that statement about the low IBUs.
They do that. You ever notice that these IPAs, the bitterness will build. Like the first couple of sips, it's like, this isn't bitter, and then it's like, wow.
This is one of those that you have to let gradually get a little warm. It's feeling like that. Kind of like that old school style IPAs. They taste a little better as they warmed up. The ones that were almost like barley wines. This is skirting around that recipe.
We need a Harpoon IPA to come back here, I'm telling you, with the tiger on it, or whatever it had on it. And we need Shipyard IPA. Do you remember when they used to sell Shipyard IPA around here? That was like a long time ago. The only thing we get from Shipyard now is Pumpkinhead and Smash Pumpkin. Barely get that.
Who was that to put that variety pack out last year? It was really good. Was that Stone?
Well, they always putting something out.
Man, they put a really good one out. I'm not really a pumpkin guy, but they put a really good one out.
Oh,
last
you're
year.
talking about Elysian up in Washington
Elysian.
State. That was a knockout.
Man, that was fantastic. We got a really good bar on that too. I think it was $18.99 for put up
12 bottles.
And it came with like 2 Imperials, an Imperial Pumpkin.
It was 3 of each.
Right, but 2 of them were really big beers.
Big.
And one was a regular, almost like, it had a regular pumpkin. It was high alcohol too. And it was one, it came with a coffee.
Right.
It was really good.
Hope it comes back. I hope somebody else will come out with a variety.
What was it, that Dark at the Moon or something like that? That was so good. And of course, the Imperial, and like I said, I'm not a pumpkin guy, but they did something with the pumpkin. They roasted pumpkin seeds and all that, and it created different
Oh
flavors.
yeah, that's what they said in there, that they used roasted pumpkin seeds.
Yeah, not to get off of this review or anything.
Right,
I just
sorry.
kind of went through the memory bank a little bit.
Guess what I saw this week?
What?
I saw Shiner Oktoberfest
Huh?
here in July.
Huh? Shiner, can you let the cool air come down a little bit, buddy?
Oktoberfest. All right. Anyway, well,
Was it Fest beer? No, Sierra Nevada does Fest beer.
Yeah, I think the Shiner is Märzen. Well, this is really good. So mostly dry finish. You wouldn't drink too many of these because it's kind of heavy body, but it's a nice treat, I think. Glad I bought it when I was at the gas station. I didn't go get gas there. I just wanted to get some dessert to eat.
It is. You're right. It is an older style IPA. I would say it's even older than West Coast style.
Older than that?
Yeah, there's an original older IPA style that runs around. Oscar Blues put it out.
Oh, maybe you mean like the Valentine IPA that they made in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and then it got discontinued in 97.
Yeah, it's almost like it's the original IPA style, which is India Pale Ale, which was English ale that was shipped around the world to India because of the bottle fermentation. It caused greater alcohol and bitterness.
Well, the legend is that the hops would preserve it.
Well, you can legend all you want. I know why it's called IPA, and there's differences in opinions about this, but you can't dispute the facts. Prove me wrong.
Some people don't. All right, but I didn't have any experience with old IPAs. I only started trying them in 1996, and barely then. 97 more, 98, 99, then yeah.
I think Oscar Blues, I think they're the one that they put out was called Pinner or something like that.
But that thing was a session IPA and I didn't like it. It tasted like a thin, watered hop water.
I didn't think it was a session.
I did.
I didn't find it to be great, but I didn't think it was a
No,
session.
I wasn't pleased at all. Anyway, enough. I guess we're getting so disorganized today on this one. We're doing memory lane.
It tastes good.
Talking about pumpkin beers.
It's an older style IPA. Yeah, it's one of those ones. Yeah, the style is kind of forgettable. So I guess that's why we're rambling around all of it.
No, it's not. I like it a lot. It's not forgettable for me. It triggered our memories banks. Yeah, I mean, I like it a lot.
It's an enjoyable beer. It's real subtle for an IPA. It's got good flavor, good body. I like the way it opens. I'm trying to aerate it now, like one would do with a cab or Merlot. You would aerate it.
I was looking at these old photos. All right, I mean like really old, from like 1902. All right, showing this beer display at a store, and it was saying Molson beer. And it had, or it was Labatt, I can't remember which Canadian, and it was like, their regular beer that they have, and then it was saying also Molson India Pale Ale, Molson, different varieties. Mm-hmm. But back in those days, people did those things in America just never caught on. So companies stopped making India Pale Ales and stouts and bocks,
Well,
and it took the
I
craft
hate what
beer.
you're saying about things not really getting caught on, but also you got to think about the time frame back then in the 1900s. There was no mass advertising. So, with that said,
they had
you had
magazines.
regions where people would have, okay, what was the mass advertising?
Well, they had like Saturday Evening Post magazine, and they had
Yeah.
well, National Geographic. They didn't put beer, liquor ads.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. It's more regional. It was more regional.
Right. You didn't have television. You didn't have the internet, so you didn't have quick, clicky advertisement. There was nothing pushed. There wasn't an agenda that was pushed through advertisement. You just put it out there, and if the people that lived in an area liked it, they would drink it. So I also believe that, one of the companies that came out with the major mass advertisement, I believe mass advertisement of beer started in the early 70s. Miller did it, Budweiser did it, and that's when all those brands started taking on a different face in the area.
Well, really, in the 1930s, when Prohibition ended, you started having.
Everyone had television back then.
Well, I don't mean television, but you had
You had to
magazines.
have a vessel to get your mass advertisement.
Okay, so just listen to me.
Okay.
In the 30s, you had magazines, so
Right,
Life
everyone had magazines. It was during the Depression.
was common. Life, Time,
Depression.
Collier's,
Most people
Women's Day,
were
and all.
trying to eat.
And then in the 50s, with television and radio getting well, radio already was big. So then like you're saying, you started having Schlitz advertisements and Budweiser, and then Budweiser was the most successful with their ads, and they sort of took over the industry. But anyway, back to the score. How do you score this?
It's a B. I mean, it's a B plus.
B plus. Okay, I'm going with an A. I really like it. I'm gonna say. I think I said this morning 94. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that 94. I really like it. Just something about it. I just like it. It's so flavorful.
I'm gonna give it an 89.
Okay, so B plus and an A. Well,
Top of B plus, almost an A.
yeah. Well, we'll never see it in Louisiana. Well, I could be wrong, but we haven't never seen it before. Anyway, you think after 20 years we don't get a lot of stuff around here, all right? So, Les Allées, Bon-Ton Relais.
We get enough.
We
Kids. I mean, we get enough.
Oh yeah.
We get enough Bud Light to float a battleship.
Well, I mean, we get enough craft
We
beers.
get enough.
We get enough
beer. Yeah, we get more than our share of craft beer.
No, it's a craft beer.
Oh, craft. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
There's a lot of comedy going on today. All right, so
Okay.
we're going to end this review by saying, y'all go to Virginia and tour the Starr Hill Brewery locations.
Yeah, if you do, I think you'll enjoy this beer. Drink better beer.